Hi, this is Dave. As part of our study of the Heidelberg Catechism, in this video, we are talking about why we cannot be saved by our good works. In our last video, we talked about how salvation is by grace through faith in Jesus. This is a huge concept. It means that we cannot be saved by works. Many people have a really difficult time accepting the concept that salvation is through faith alone and absolutely not through works, and not a combination of faith and works. Works do not contribute at all. Therefore, question 62 asks, why can't our good works be our righteousness before God, or at least a part of our righteousness? The answer is, because the righteousness which can pass God's judgment must be entirely perfect and must in every way measure up to the divine law. But even our best works in this life are imperfect and stained with sin. In order to be saved by works, we would need to be absolutely 100% perfect. However, Galatians 3 verse 20, quoting Deuteronomy 27 verse 26, says, "For all who rely on the works of the law are under a curse. As it is written, cursed is everyone who does not continue to do everything written in the book of the law." In Romans 3 verse 20, Paul tells us that the whole purpose of the law is to make it clear that we cannot be saved by our works. He says, "Therefore, no one will be declared righteous in God's sight by the works of the law. Rather, through the law, we become conscious of our sin." Isaiah 64 verse 6 tells us how hopeless it is to rely on our works to earn our salvation, when it says, "All of us have become like one who is unclean, and all our righteous acts are like filthy rags. We all shrivel up like a leaf, and like the wind, our sins sweep us away." Question 63 raises an objection when it asks, how can our good works be said to merit nothing when God promises to reward them in this life and the next? And granted, in Matthew 5 verses 1 through 12, Jesus talks in the Beatitudes about people being rewarded in various ways for being certain kinds of people. And when he talks about people being persecuted because they believe in him, he says, "Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven." However, the answer to the question is, this reward is not earned, it is a gift of grace. In Luke 17 verse 10, Jesus says, "So you also, when you have done everything you were told to do, should say, 'We are unworthy servants. We have only done our duty.'" And in 2 Timothy 4, verses 7 through 8, when Paul is near the end of his life, he says, "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing." He says that he has fought to the end and has had faith. He does not say that he has achieved. And he says that the crown of righteousness will be awarded to him, not that he has earned it, but it will be given to him. It will be given to him by God's grace, which Paul has accessed through faith. Question 64 then brings up how the human mind thinks. If we access salvation through faith, and our works do not earn it, what's the point of doing good works? Why not just live however we feel like and sin as much as we want? Question 64 asks, but doesn't this teaching make people indifferent and wicked? And the answer is no. It is impossible for those grafted into Christ through faith not to produce fruits of gratitude. Luke 6 verses 43 through 45 says, "No good tree bears bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. Each tree is recognized by its own fruit. People do not pick figs from thorn bushes or grapes from briars. A good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of." And in John 15 verse 5, Jesus says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me, and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." What Jesus is telling us in both of these passages is that if we are believers, we will do good works out of gratitude for salvation. It is a natural part of being a believer. It will just be who we are. That's today's video. Join me for the next video when we'll do an introduction to the sacraments.